Hi, I'm going to be doing a reading for Capricorn. I already did a pre-shuffle on all of the cards I have intentions of using. If I feel called to a different deck, it is not pre-shuffled, so I'll have to do that if it comes down to it. Oh. We're gonna get right into it. All right, what does Capricorn need to know? Be honest with yourself. New location. Inner child. Visualization. Quiet time. Meditation. Finding inner peace. Doing something that makes the inner child in you feel loved, seen, perhaps being gentle with yourself. New location can speak to many new things, a new job, a new home. I can't really remember that card very well, and I'm not connecting to it very well either. So, I guess I needed a little bit more of a shuffle. Standing tall. Standing tall usually means standing strong in what it is that you want. Standing your ground. Ooh. Is there anything else for Capricorn today? Saying goodbye. Ooh, okay. We got farewell. And we have old ghosts at the bottom of the deck for this card, for this shuffle. Letting go of past hurts. Letting go of that which no longer serves your present, something that may be intentionally or unintentionally being held on to. Release. I see that as letting go of pain. And with the ghosts, that makes me wonder the same thing. That makes me feel like I feel a very similar energy from that. New location. Four of Wands in other decks can mean unity, and I tend to like to carry that. Like, that's just kind of what Four of Wands means to me. A time of rest and celebration after hardship. You know, climbing the stairs to the light back there. Okay. Uh-oh. Page of Wands. Is there anything else for King of Spheres, Three of Spheres? Ooh, okay. Four of Wands at the back at the bottom of the deck. Climbing the stairs up out of the darkness into the light. I have, in this other deck that I like to use, I have the Queen of Hearts Oracle. Allowing new life to come from pain, from a wound. And that's the kind of feeling that I'm getting from these cards that popped out. They popped out last, but this card actually really resembles that Oracle card in there. The end of a cycle. It's being cracked open with lightning, and it's new energy, new life. And this person is cracked open, and there's new energy, new life, new beginnings coming from it. Through releasing pain and wounding, we create a new life for ourselves. My face got really warm for the second part of her second reading. Okay, and then I know that was the last little bit to come out. Excuse me, but the first card that came out for tarot was Page of Wands. Then we got the King of Spheres, the Three of Spheres, and the Ace of Swords, and then these three. New life coming from sacrifice, from pain, wounding, climbing the stairs from the darkness into the light, into the new beginning. Perseverance, hard work, dedication, determination, moving diligently. All right, let's go ahead and look at Be Honest with Yourself. Oh, excuse me. Wish my face wasn't so red. This card indicates that you're hiding your true feelings and aren't being forthright about an important topic. The fairies urge you to admit your true feelings to yourself. Do you feel stuck, depressed, tired, angry, or irritable? These are symptoms that arise when we're dishonest with ourselves. Maybe you feel that you can't afford to be honest with yourself and that you don't have a choice. This card isn't asking you to make any radical life changes or have a confrontation with another person. However, it is urging you to admit your true feelings to yourself. One easy way to get in touch with your true feelings is by going outside and engaging in a silent conversation with the fairies who live amidst the flowers, trees, and grass. Even if you can't yet see or hear the fairies, mentally tell them everything that you're thinking, feeling, and experiencing these days. Ask them to help you get in touch with your deepest feelings. The fairies love to hold a mirror up to us so that way we can see and admit the truth. It is safe for me to be honest with myself and others. I speak my truth with love. And before I got into shuffling for your cards to come out, after the pre-shuffle, feeling safe was also at the bottom of the deck. I forgot about it up until now. So, this is much like Cancer's reading. It just seems like it's saying it in a different way. Quiet time. I'm hungry. This could be about a job as well. This could be financial. This could be the feelings that you have about your job, the feelings that you have about a person. This could be about the place that you're living in. Visualization. I need quiet time. You need some time alone, away from other people and environmental noises. Even a brief respite would be extremely rejuvenating for you. Sometimes we're not even cognizant of the detrimental impact of stress in our lives. We become so accustomed to living in an uproar that we're not aware when our body is telling us that it's an overload. The symptoms include illness, unusual fatigue, depression or anxiety, appetite and weight issues, addictions, sleep disorders, irritability, and a desire to withdraw from life. By drawing this card, you are being asked to honor your body and soul by spending some quiet time alone as soon as possible. This might mean going on a silent retreat, spending the day at a lake, beach, or in the mountains, taking a hike, or visiting a day spa. You could even turn off your phone, put a do not disturb sign on your door, take an afternoon nap or a long bubble bath, or read your favorite book. Regardless of the form that your quiet time takes, the fairies just ask that you keep this promise to yourself without delay. I now give myself permission to be silent within and without. My mind is quiet and I enjoy my own company. Your clairvoyance, your dreams, and the pictures in your mind, sorry, I'm reading for visualization now. And the pictures in your mind's eye are becoming more clear and powerful. This card asks you to trust and develop your own visual skills and to use them in conscious manifestation. The fairies know the power of conscious visualization as a tool of manifestation. By drawing this card, you are guided to sit quietly on a daily basis to visualize yourself living a healthy, happy, abundant, and meaningful life. Visualize only what you desire and avoid picturing that which you do not desire. You have powerful visual skills even if you're unaware of them. Affirm daily, I am a highly visual person. Any blocks that you have about clairvoyance will begin to lift. Know that it is safe for you to see the future. the spirit world and the truth about your life. By releasing any fears about seeing, your visualization powers will be greatly magnified. Oh, I think I read that funny. By releasing any fears about seeing, your visualization powers will be greatly magnified. It is safe for me to see. I am a very visual person. Inner child. Oh. Just as you take care of small children by listening to them, playing with them, and hugging them, so does your inner child yearn for nurturing. This card also asks you to have patience with yourself as you are growing and maturing at your own pace. That makes a lot of sense, because when our inner child feels abandoned or not listened to, feelings of anger and resentment and disappointment and depression will come up, because there's an aspect of ourselves that isn't being listened to, heard, nurtured, being seen. So, and it's just because I feel like this is so deeply connected to Cancer's reading, I think that with all those feelings that are listed, you could be upset with somebody, you could be upset with yourself, you could be upset with a situation that's going on, you could be experiencing some type of conflict, and it's really just because your feelings aren't being acknowledged, but it's your job to acknowledge them and to do something about them, to be your own protector, your own advocate. Okay, let's go ahead to new location. And it's also important to be kind to yourself, patient with yourself, like the card says. It's not going to do any good to be being mean to yourself right now. That's entirely the opposite of nurturing your inner child. Okay, a change of venue is coming your way. Most likely you are moving to a new residence. However, this card could also mean that you're changing the location of your employment. The fairies are very much in touch with geographical changes. They sense that your energy is drawing you to a new location. Perhaps you've been thinking about moving to a new home, and this card signifies that it's time to consider that change. Write a list of features you desire in your new home and ask the fairies to help you find and acquire your new residence. This card could also mean that your place of employment is changing. You could be on the cusp of finding a new job, or your current employer may transfer you to a new location or promote you to a different office. Regardless of the type of new location, trust that this is a change for the better that will bring great improvements into your life. I now live and work in a safe, comfortable, spacious environment in a wonderful location. I don't know what that means for you. Cancer's readings seem to be more about relationships to me. This one is seeming more perhaps personal or work environmenty. If this is about a person, perhaps you live with someone or you have someone in your space quite often. If this is resonating as a relationship reading for you, but like I said, I'm not feeling that necessarily as much. Okay. Oh, goodness. My face needs to cool down. Let's look at old ghosts. Everyone's past holds something who left a deep mark, either for good or bad, but who slipped away or vanished. Looking over our shoulder, we still glimpse them in our memories. Is Kara Morgan looking back with longing or resentment? A witch knows that it's not good to carry around either sentiment forever. To finally be free of them, our choice is to either draw a mental line under the person and move on, or seek some kind of reconciliation and conclusion. Forgiveness is a release. Deciding to not carry things around with you anymore is a release. Let's read farewell. Because now that card makes it seem a little bit more like a relationship. I think it could go either way for anybody here. Maybe there's messages each way for you or for other people. I'm looking for farewells, ding dong. I was looking for new location there for a second again. We all must let go at some time, or be let go. Isabel Summer is saying a sad but loving farewell to her friend. When a relationship collapses in heartbreak, we dwell on the person we lost, not realizing that by thinking about them so intensely, we keep the pain alive, perhaps for years. Thoughts create feelings, and feelings shape our world. When thoughts turn to loss, direct them toward different matters. It will be hard at first, but with patience, escaping the prison of destructive thoughts is possible. Interesting. I still think that old ghosts, I'm thinking this is past pain. I'm really feeling that that's past pain that has been being held on to, and a lot of why it's difficult to be honest with yourself about what it is you want and to honor that is because of perhaps the fear of loss. You know, those difficult feelings coming up. You're being asked to release that, and so you can honor yourself and your feelings. To create that new beginning for yourself. Okay, let's go ahead and move along to the Black Tarot. Oh, Page of Wands. You have a lot of excitement, but you need to find some focus. A figure carrying a wand is a light with energy he has not yet learned to contain. Enthusiasm, creativity. I wonder if that has to do with perhaps feelings. Learning how to direct those feelings. Because look how chaotic and running rampant that energy looks like. You know, And depending on what those feelings might be, letting them run wild. Okay, King of Spheres. Use your wealth, status, and influence wisely. Others look to you for leadership. A male figure with an intricate web of energy above his head contemplates the sphere before him. Prosperity and power. Using your energy wisely. This is a very messy looking card as well as that. And I just feel like this has to do with all of those feelings, all of those thoughts, those worries, and needing to take quiet time and time to visualize what it is that you want in order to focus all of that on this new beginning that you're looking to have, that you're looking to create. Finding clarity and working hard toward what it is that you want. Time to make a decision. Consider a new way of thinking or use logic regarding the situation or relationship. Yeah. You're being asked to release that which no longer serves you. Old thought patterns, beliefs, behaviors. So you can honor what it is that you truly want. Three of Spheres. Hard and consistent work is what is needed to learn, grow, and succeed. And it's not going to be easy to reshape this absolute mess of ways of being, ways of existing. You're going to have to show up consistently for yourself. This isn't a one-time deal, just like with children. It isn't something that you can just do every now and then. It's showing up for yourself every single day for what it is that you want. The Queen of Cups. You need to act with conviction regarding a significant relationship. Learning how to manage your emotions and use them to create this new life for you. Utilizing your pain to create this new life for you. Yeah, I like that. Let's see what the world has to say. The world represents the ending of a cycle to prepare for a new journey at a higher level of development and experience. The world as an archetype is the 21st encounter for the Fool, showing us that life is constantly changing and that we are meant to build on our experiences. In this ending is another beginning. And the Three of Swords. A situation or relationship is causing you heartache and you need to address the problem. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. There's a certain way that you're not honoring yourself and it's time to do something about it. It's causing you pain, and it's time to channel that pain and all of those feelings into creating a new beginning for yourself. It's time to release that which no longer serves, as I said like 10 million times, because I love being repetitive, and showing up for yourself and what it is that you want consistently. All right, we're going to go ahead and leave that there. I am wishing you the best. Actually, let's read the Four of Wands real quick before I go, because I didn't. I know that I kind of had my own meaning for it, but I want to gather your friends and family around and celebrate together. Yeah, you're coming up out of the darkness and heading toward the light. You're about to see success. You will see success. There's a few steps to go before getting to that light up there, but you're definitely on your way. All right. Good night. Thank you.